circles constant because of the revolutions. Many dreams, Dr. King, now they're getting lucid. Truth and teary eyes, exactly what my voice producing. Hearing George shout out mama made me really lose it. Like imagine if my son calling out my name and I'm in heaven already, but still I feel the pain. Shit would make me tear up, really wanna gear up. Vocal on the protest, but you silent when my tears up. Funny, when we dying, this shit is just not your business. But now the protest rising and you the biggest of critics. I can't believe that, but my hope is on the people. Majority flooring to see the day we truly equal. To change the nation, it's a long ride. Yeah, it ain't something I'm doing part-time. Peace and prosperity seeming like it's a far cry. They were thinking the same when they stopped apartheid.
I don't understand why I gotta fight for my rights to survive in a world designed to oppress. I'm depressed. The next time someone asks me, hey, how are you? Well, where can I begin? There's a whole goddamn list. Oh. The world is upside down, and in an upside down world, I'm still oppressed. Now tell me, how does that make sense? Rest in peace, Martin Luther King. I'm trying to fulfill your dream with the seed you left for society. That's a T like Boston. People are arguing. Those who knew me for my existence ain't fighting for my existence. Look me in the eyes and tell me how that makes sense. Like, bitch. I don't understand why I gotta fight for my right to survive in a world designed to oppress. I'm depressed. The next time someone asks me, hey, how are you? Well, where can I begin? There's a whole goddamn list. Oh. Well, I'm happy to hear that you're coping at least. But I just wanted to say that I love you so much. I really do.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Matinees. My name is France-Luce Benson. I am the Community Engagement Coordinator at the Fountain Theater and your host for the show. Welcome back to all of you who've been coming. If this is your first time, welcome. We're happy to have you. And just a little bit about the show. We have been doing this, the Fountain Theater, since we went into quarantine back in March. I can't believe it's been that long. And this is really a way for us to stay connected to all of you, our audience, our friends and family of the Fountain, and to share some entertainment. We've had many wonderful artists, a diverse group of artists who've come and shared music and poetry and plays, and we hope to have you back again. Tonight, we are going to hear a play that I wrote back in 2016, and it was produced in New York at the Ensemble Studio Theater in 2017. The name of the play is Showtime Blues. And I wrote it in response to, there were a series of incidents of Black men and women killed by police officers. I think when I wrote it, it was shortly after Philando Castile, but there had been many before. The list is long, and you can look it up. I'm sure you're aware. And this was what I was feeling at that time, and I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to share the play with all of you tonight. And at the same time, I am outraged and heartbroken that it is still so relevant. You know, it feels like I could have written it today. So anyways, I'm happy to have you here. We have a wonderful cast. Cecil Blutcher originated the role of Demetrius that he'll be reading tonight. Suzette Azariah Gunn is a wonderful, beautiful actress based in New York. And Matt Kirkwood, for those of you who have been to the Fountain Theater before, you've probably seen Matt. He was most recently in Human Interest Story, and he did the reading of Detained about a month ago. And I'm happy to have him back, to be working with him again. After the show, it's a one act. It'll read in about 25, 30 minutes, and we'll have a brief Q&A following the play. And then I have some special announcements. So I hope that you all will stick around after the play to chat and hear what we're up to next at the Fountain Theater. So without further ado, here is Showtime Blues. Enjoy the show, and please make sure that you are muted and off video. And I would recommend going to speaker view, which is on the top right-hand corner of your screen. For most of you, you can switch to speaker view, and that way you will see the actors more prominently. They'll fill up your screen. So enjoy the show, and I'll see you after.
Showtime Blues by France-Luce Benson. New York City subway, inside the C train, time is now.
What time is it?
Showtime.
What time is it?
Showtime.
What time is it?
Showtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I am your host, Demetrius. That means you are the audience. We take your energy and serve it right back. So if you sit there like this, we gonna dance like this. All right, understand that this is a Broadway show without a Broadway ticket. So if you'd like to make a donation at the end of the show, please feel free. Here we go. Yeah. 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 Hey, we dancing on the bottom. If you like it, flip $1. If not that, then pop a collar. You better. Another day, another chance. We woke up, we wanna dance. Long as we got our friends. We better. Hey, that better listen. Flow so bright it glisten. Left hand up the snitches. Hasman posting pictures. Chasing after riches. Built up from the britches. Everything I do it grande. In wood, smoking Bombay. Out and broken Marley. Demetrius ready for the parlay. Why? I'm better. Hey, we dancing on the bottom. If you like it, flip $1. If not that, then pop a collar. You better. Another day, another chance. We woke up, we wanna dance. Long as we got our friends. We better. Yeah, thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the show, hit me up on Venmo. I also accept EBT, EDD, food stamps, credit card.
He sees Ameira.
Phone number, email, IG, LinkedIn.
K Street Metro Tech.
Train doors open. Demetrius and crew quickly gather their things.
Excuse me. Hey.
God bless you.
Demetrius and crew exit train and enter the next car.
Step in, stand clear.
Demetrius jumps back onto the car just as the doors close behind him and takes a seat next to Ameira.
How you doing? You know what the next stop is next? Which stop is next? Excuse me, miss.
Excuse me?
You know what stop is next?
Oh, Lafayette, I think. Yeah, Lafayette.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
You wasn't feeling my show?
I'm sorry, what?
My show, I saw you watching, but you ain't show no love.
I don't have any cash on me, so.
No, it's cool. I don't want no money.
Well.
You look nice.
Don't.
I'm not trying to disrespect you.
So.
Train stops.
Lafayette.
Look, I know brothers be acting out, and you probably just want to be left alone, listen to your music.
Yeah.
And not feel threatened.
Oh, I don't feel threatened.
Oh, okay, well, dope.
Yeah, but I would still prefer if you would just go and let me.
Officer enters. Police officer enters.
And unmutes himself.
You okay, miss?
Yeah, we good.
Was I talking to you?
Yo,
We're fine.
You together?
that's not.
Yes, we are.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I mean, yeah. We really together.
You sure he's not harassing you?
Harassing, man.
No, not at all.
What the?
I got this, sweetie. We're fine. We're just having a very heated discussion is all.
And you're together?
Yes. I mean, we're not together. I mean, we're not together. He's a family friend, my cousin's friend. Officer, is there a problem or something?
Oh, your little cousin's friend got a name? No, I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to her. So, you got a name?
Demetrius.
Demetrius.
Yes.
Demetrius. MID?
Yo, man.
Listen, I don't understand. What is this all
I'm
about?
getting complaints about harassment on this line in particular. Sexual harassment.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Group of young men have been grabbing hats. Women's hats, you know, those hats with the
Pussy hats?
it's
People
some
still wear those?
Yeah, it's some anti-voter suppression, anti-Trump, leftist group. I don't know, elections coming up, but this activist group has been complaining about men running off with their
Pussy hats.
And so you're patrolling pussy hat grabbers.
among other things.
I'm not wearing a hat.
Yes, well, there have been reports of groping, verbal assault, stalking.
Stalking. Yo, this shit.
Just
wow.
calm down, D. Please, look, officer, that is obviously not at all what's going on here, so.
Oh, good. I'm still going to need to see some ID, Demetrius.
I mean, is that really necessary?
It's all right,
You don't have
baby.
any right.
I'll give the officer my ID. The problem is it's in my pocket. You gonna let me reach in my pocket to get the ID you asked me for?
Ameira starts recording on her phone. Demetrius slowly reaches in his pocket.
My ID and
What's this?
my business card. I walk dogs.
You walk dogs.
She stops recording.
You walk dogs.
Yeah, I walk dogs.
Yo, dog.
Nah, man, yo, dog, like, yo, I'll walk your dog. Yo.
You sure I didn't see you a couple of days ago? Dancing and panhandling on Chambers Street?
Nah, you got me confused.
I don't think so.
Officer, was there an incident that you're responding to or something?
No, I just want to make sure you're safe. Seemed like he was bothering you.
He wasn't. But I appreciate your concern, Officer Velasco. Ooh, Puerto Ricano.
Italian. On my mother's side.
Oh, I love Italy. The food, the wine, the language. It's so well. Anyway, thank you for your concern and for all you do.
What the fuck?
I know you're just doing your job, and we're fine here. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And you're welcome. You're quite welcome. Happy to help.
I'm sure you are.
Train stops.
Next train.
Thank you for your time. Have a good night.
Thank you, Officer Velasco.
Stand clear.
Train leaves the station.
Please stop staring at me. And by the way, thank you.
Wow. Wow.
What? You got something to say?
I don't know.
Like
what
you're
to
welcome?
say. What? For what?
You know what? How about you just say thank you?
For what?
You know what? Never mind.
Train stops.
Utica.
The train empties out. The doors start to close, get stuck, then open. It happens again and again.
Stand clear. In the front. Step in or step out.
Finally, the doors close and the train leaves the station.
What was that?
People holding the
No,
door,
I mean,
yes.
no. I mean, you and Officer Fuckboy.
You know, sometimes it's just better to diffuse.
Like that?
It's necessary.
I don't think that's what he meant. I don't think that's what he meant.
Any means necessary.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Well, you should be careful.
And how'd you even know my name?
Your intro before your show.
So you was watching.
I never said I wasn't. I said I didn't have any cash.
So you liked it.
It wasn't bad. I mean, you talented. But, I mean, you should be careful. Especially when they start asking.
Harassing.
However you want to call it.
How would you call it?
Don't matter. It's bullshit anyway.
Exactly. So why should I tolerate the shit? Should have told him to back the fuck up, let him, you know.
Don't even say that. Don't even think it. Not if you never, I mean, have you ever?
The train stops suddenly. The lights go out in part of the car or part of the tracks. It's suddenly darker.
We got
Have I ever what?
We apologize for
What did I ever what?
The train jerks, makes a rattling sound as it goes back into motion, and the lights come back to full.
Thank God.
So
You haven't. And that's all I want to say about that. Mint.
can I at least know your name? We family friends.
Ameira.
Ameira. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So, Ameira, you got a man?
Wow.
Yo, you laughing?
I'm sorry.
That's messed up.
I'm sorry. It's like, what? How old are you?
How old I look?
Too young to be coming at me like that.
Well, how old are you?
Old enough to know better.
What you mean by that?
I mean, don't look at me like that.
Like what? I'm just taking in your energy.
Well, stop, or I report you to Officer Velasco.
I'll report you back for stealing my heart.
Oh,
No,
God.
you know, I heard it when it was coming out my
Even if
mouth.
you had the slightest of chance.
My bad.
Wow. So, how old are you? Really?
24. 23, I swear.
Too young.
Wow, how old are you? 28, 29, 30, older than 30?
You know you're not supposed to ask a woman that.
I roll with that old school shit.
See, that's the problem with you all. Nobody wants to play by the rules anymore.
Because they all designed to keep me down. You said it yourself. It's all bullshit.
I wasn't talking about this right here. When it comes to certain things, old school is
worse.
Well, when it comes to men and women, I prefer old school.
So what? You like a good girl or something?
Maybe.
You like bad boys?
Do you even hear yourself? Oh my God.
Well, do you?
Even if I did, and I'm not saying that I do, because I don't even know what that means. I mean, you're not my type.
Oh yeah? What your type is? Officer Fuckboy?
A man who doesn't say what your type is.
You'd be surprised.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Chimamanda Adichie said that single story mentality robs people of dignity and makes it difficult to recognize our equal humanity.
You see that on YouTube?
Yo, maybe I did. Maybe I looked up when I got done reading Americana because I thought it was dope. And then I read We Should All Be Feminists because I thought it might help me understand where my sisters is coming from. Like when I be on a train trying to talk to you all respectful and y'all want to come at me all hot and judgmental and shit. And yo, maybe I like what she had to say. And so I read half of Yellow Sun and then poof, that blew my mind.
Okay, I get it. You read. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you felt judged.
It's cool. Ameira. But yo, it's not really, because see, when Officer Fuckboy want to judge me, yo, it's like another Tuesday. I let that shit roll right off me because I already know. But see, when Ameira, beautiful Nubian queen, judge me, yo, man, that kind of shit kind of stay with you.
Oh boy, please.
Boy.
Well, I mean, you acting a bit small right now. I mean, first of all, in the 5-7 minutes that I've known you, you've been hitting hard. So yeah, I'm fucking judging you. And I admit, I may have judged wrong, but when you hitting this hard, I'm gonna fucking judge you. Up, down, sideways, in and out. Second of all, the prelude to you hitting was you asking me for my number after an unsolicited performance. A good one, I mean, but come on, really? And third of all, let's not pretend you're not judging me. Or worse, objectifying me. I don't even want to know what part of me you've been fixated on, but I'm pretty sure my mind and soul are not on that list. And wait. What if I told you Officer Fuckboy is my type? Oh yeah, I got a thing for Officer Fuckboys. Pasty white dick pic texting fuckboys with a healthy appetite for Nubian queens. And what if I told you I do have cash on me? Lots of it, stacks of singles, but I'm too damn cheap to show you some love. You know what? I got lots of it, but I'm too damn cheap to show you some love. Or wait, maybe I don't. I don't have cash because I got no job. Because no matter how highly educated, capable, or competent I am, all anyone will see between St. John and 81st Street is another brown-skinned girl from Brooklyn. Yeah, how about that? You brothers? You know, you're not the only ones who get profiled. So yeah. When Officer Fuckboy Velasco comes anywhere near me, you better believe I'm gonna code switch. I'm gonna do anything I can to survive.
The train stops suddenly with a loud screeching sound and the lights cut out.
Ah! Shit.
You okay? Ameira.
We apologize for...
The lights come back up. The train moves. Ameira is now seated on the other end, her head in her lap, anxious.
Hey, you good?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a signal.
The train stops again. A red light on the tracks blinks rapidly.
Fuck.
Train starts.
Yeah, I just get a little anxious when...
It's all good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of
fucked up. You owe me a Coke. More old school shit. You wouldn't understand.
You didn't say Jinx.
Jinx.
Jin-
And what you know about that?
Oh, I know lots of things.
Right. You read. I'm sorry about before. It's been a long day, long week, long.
What you selling?
Just to be clear, I'm not into fuck boys, especially not cops, white cops or any cops really.
It's cool.
Train stops at station.
Rockaway, stand clear.
Doors close. Train proceeds.
You ever been trapped? Like stuck in the middle of something bad about to go down. Seeing the bottom of it, seeing how low it goes, thinking you're the only one who can stop it, but you can't because nobody's listening. When you open your mouth, it's like you're not really there. Or like your words, they don't mean anything. And the shit ain't about to go down. It is going down. It's coming at you at all sides, pulling you down with it. And you realize that you've been looking at everything all wrong. You thought he was, but you were wrong. And now you're just trapped.
Nah, I don't think I ever been that. Your hair and your nose. What I noticed first.
My nose?
You got a nice nose. I seen it in the museum.
I'm pretty sure it was somebody else's nose.
Don't forget a nose like that. Got nice cheekbones, eyes, lips. You got pretty toes too.
Please stop looking at my feet like that.
My bad. You gonna report me to Officer Fuckboy? I'm sorry. Thank you. I mean, yo, the way you handle him, that was what's up, because the way he was disrespecting me, I wanted to...
You might have been killed. He could have fucking killed you. He might have killed me too.
You think about that?
Man, I got 4 brothers, 5 nephews, cousins, uncles, so it's kind of hard for me not to think about it. I think about it when I see brothers like you, kids on my block, at my job. All the time. I mean, don't you?
Can't.
How can you not?
Cause I'm thinking about my music, about dancing. I'm thinking about hustling, making moves, blowing up my IG. Girls, I mean queens, women, feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
I used to. Always looking over my shoulder and whatnot. Flip my hat around when I saw him coming, or anyone, you know what I mean? Anyone who looked like they might be on the other side. Always trying to figure out who's on the right side, you know? Then I realized shit don't even matter. It ain't like about a side or right or wrong. We all just moving targets. So hell, if I think about that shit, ain't no use in killing me because I'm already dead. You think I'd be out here if I thought about that? I wouldn't leave my house, wouldn't open my door, get out of my bed, dead. You okay?
Does this train fucking stop again?
Shit, I ain't even noticed.
This is bullshit.
She opens the window above them.
Yo, what you?
Can we move? Hey!
Ameira bangs on the door.
Yo, calm down.
I hate when they do this to us. At least say something, acknowledge us. Damn.
Us?
Always at the end of the line, right? Like they dreading it or some shit, or we don't have to get home. We don't got people waiting on us, depending on us. You think we don't matter?
She bangs on the door.
What are you doing?
Y'all gonna keep us in here all night or what? Are we supposed to crawl out here like the fucking rats?
A loud boom as the train starts and brakes immediately. Ameira loses her balance. Demetrius catches her. He holds her for a beat.
Let go.
She breaks away from him.
Breathe. Just breathe.
She takes a deep breath, sits back down, closes her eyes.
Running from you, I never saw you. Wanna be wasting my whole life. Days. Show some love.
Get out of here. Thank you, though. I mean, how did you know what to do?
I mean, I've been breathing since I was born.
No, I mean, there was something else. Your energy, the way you just
Mindfulness. I get it from walking the dogs. You ever meditate?
no.
You need to get on that. We might be moving targets. Don't mean we can't be still.
I was so wrong.
Me too. Guess we got to do better.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a police investigation at Howard Beach. As soon as the investigation clears, we will be moving shortly. We apologize for the delay.
What do you think they're investigating?
Moving targets, Ameira. Don't think about it. But if I had to take a guess, I would most definitely say a robbery.
Please don't.
'Cause Ameira,
No.
you stole my heart, girl.
Oh God. Oh, great. It's dead. May I see your phone?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I don't get no reception down here. What's
What's the code?
He unlocks the phone, hands it back to her.
I got kill shot, fruit ninja, words, whatever you want to play with.
She hands the phone back to him.
My number.
Really? For real? This your real number?
Yes. But don't be on no fuckboy shit because I will black your ass with a quickness.
No doubt. Respect. Hey, Ameira, you know what time it is?
What does your phone say?
No. Ameira. What time is it?
Huh?
What time is it?
Oh, Showtime?
What time is it?
Oh, you're not going.
What time is it?
We the only people in here, you know.
What time is it?
Okay, all right. I guess it's showtime.
Hey.
Hey, I'm calling because I wanted to check in on you.
Lights fade.
The riot,
End of
the
play.
looting, shooting, the whole thing really. It's got me scared. Like, let me call Jira. I don't understand why I gotta fight my right to survive in a world designed to oppress.
Go back to that.
Thank you, actors.
Hey, how are you? Well, what can I be?
Thank you so much, Suzette Azariah Gunn, Cecil Blutcher, Matt Kirkwood. If you would like to unmute and give our actors a little round of applause, please feel free to unmute for a moment. Thank you all. And you can turn your video on if you like. Turn your video on if you like. So thank you all for joining us. We have a little echo, so I think I have to ask everyone to mute, please. Okay, that's better. So what I'm going to do now is I'd love to have just a little Q&A. So if you have any questions to me or to the actors about the play, or anything, feel free to unmute yourself, or you can raise your hand. If you go into participants, if you click participants, there might be an icon to raise your hand. Otherwise, just unmute yourself if you have a question. Or you can type it into the chat. No questions? Well, I'll ask the actors a few questions.
Justin, I'll say something. Hello?
Sure, yes.
This is Justin Lord. How you doing, guys?
Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Yeah, I've been watching your show for a couple of weeks now. And first, I'd like to take my hat off to the actors. I think you did very well, especially working in this medium of Zoom. It's quite difficult. It's quite new for everybody, but we're all learning. And
France-Luce.
France-Luce, right. Very nice work. I'm from Brooklyn myself. I live in Crown Heights, so I know the stops of Utica Avenue and all that.
That's my old neighborhood, Bed-Stuy. So that was my train.
Yeah, I was in Crown Heights. You know, I grew up at Kingston Avenue, President Street, or Nostrand Avenue. I just wanted to say I take my hat off to you as a writer.
Thank you.
To the actors, and I would say keep pushing in this medium, because it will be useful when all this dies out. We pray to God that it will die out. I find it very useful as far as doing rehearsals. Back when we were doing Skype, I had the idea, but it's good for working at the table. It's a little difficult. We want to get back on our feet and get into space and use our bodies, our voices, and all of that, you know. But I just wanted to give a bit of an encouragement, and I do hope to see you guys at the Fountain. I do frequent it, and maybe I'll send in something. You could also let me know how to send in something.
Yes, I have my email here. I'll type my email on my in my box again. But thank you so much, Justin. Thank you for your kind words and for attending tonight. And yes, we would love any support that you're inspired to give. It's a hard time for the Fountain right now, like all theaters across the globe, really. You can, if you want to email me, franceluce@fountaintheater.com, and I'll let you know how to send a donation. But there's also a link to where you can donate. I think it should be, I don't know if it's in the chat, but there's a link somewhere on here if you'd like to donate. So thank you so much. And
let's not get comfortable in this medium as far as
I agree. I agree. I miss live theater. I miss, you know, as a playwright, my favorite thing is being in the room with the actors, in the development process, in the rehearsal process. That's my favorite thing. And I miss that. And this is no substitute for seeing a live show on stage. But I will say one of the things that I've loved about this medium in these past couple of months, you know, I'm based in LA. I am currently in Florida, spending this quarantine time with my mom.
Oh, good.
Suzette and Cecil are in New York. Matt is in LA. So this is a great opportunity to have bi-coastal casts and production teams. And it's been great for me to work with actors who I haven't seen in a long time, who normally I could never get a New York actor to come to LA to do a one act. It's great to be able to do that in this medium. So
email again, please.
I'm sorry?
Could you repeat your email again for me?
France-Luce@fountaintheater.com. I'll put it under my name.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Justin.
Again for a nice presentation.
You're welcome. Anyone else have a question or just want to say hello? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Hi, I just unmuted myself. I put this in the comments, but I'd be, first of all, thank you. It was just fabulous. But I did want to, I was interested in knowing how the actors felt playing with these roles, you know, how they felt about the role and playing the roles.
Great question. Anyone, if you want to.
Well, France-Luce knows I've known about this play since and when I read it the first time, I fell in love with it. I thought it was such a pertinent piece at the time, and to bring it back around now, the weight of it is it's I don't even know if I can comprehend it. So it was a wonderful opportunity to kind of be able to visit it in this very condensed time and really feeling what we're feeling organically as a race, and then as artists. And I love the character. I love the complexity of the dynamic and how they view each other. There's this perception that they have of each other, and then there's the cop and the different things that they have to navigate through. France-Luce has a brilliant capacity to write multi-dimensional characters that are very human. Like there's no all good, there's no all bad. They're just human, and I don't think you get to see that often, especially with people of color. You really don't get to see that often. So I salute you, France-Luce, and
thank you.
It's a gift. It really is a gift. It's a very important story because it's real. It's our reality. It's stuff that we have to go through all the time, unfortunately. And playing the game, especially as a woman, and flirting with the cop to kind of get him to go away. That's a negotiation that's very, very difficult and happens more times than it should because you're afraid of what will happen. So yeah, my 2 cents.
Thank you.
Yeah, I echo all of that. I think, I've been involved since this, or at least when we did the production in New York, and that was a great experience. But doing it again, reading it again is again, the unfortunate thing about things like this is like, they don't become antiquated. They just get more relevant. Like the more that stuff happens. So it's like, oh wow. And it's just very fresh. I've also lived in New York a little longer. That was like my first year in New York when I did it. And so like now I'm like, okay, I can really feel this. It was easy to fall in and imagine that stuff. It's always fun to work with music. When New York, we did it with some dancers too, which gave it a different element, but it was fun to do it alone too. I was like, oh, I never imagined this doing as one person. It could definitely work alone too. What was another thing that I was thinking about? No, it was great. Oh, working in the medium. Someone in the comments asked a question about working in Zoom, and I think, yeah, I think it presents challenges which are obvious, but I think I have found some kind of, like a lot of people were saying, it does present some interesting opportunities moving forward. For instance, I'm teaching right now, I'm teaching an entire like acting camp via Zoom. I'm in the middle of it. We just did a week of it before and I'm doing another week next week, and I'm working with young musical theater people, and I'm in their acting studio. And at first I was going crazy. I was like, what am I gonna do with these people? But now I'm actually discovering that like the Stanislavski talks about public solitude. We're on stage supposed to feel as if we're like alone, and like with young actors, training them in their own environment is actually proven I'm actually having a fun time, and I'm reaching them and able to do things in ways with them that I would not be able to do in the studio, because they're in their own environment and being able to like imagine, their imagination's just going freer. So that's just one example of interesting things I'm discovering. And it's fun to play when you're in your own space. I think I get a little more comfortable, which allows, falling into stuff. So it's a push and pull. I hope we don't make it go away. I hope that we find a useful way to integrate it into work and moving forward. Because like France-Luce said, being in Florida and LA and New York, this would never, ever, ever, ever happen. And I'm excited. I like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents as well.
It gets more and more difficult to play these types of roles, especially in this day and age. To play someone that thinks of people as other races as different is kind of like really getting more and more. It's getting more and more difficult to do that, because it's so prevalent right now, and. But it's, again, the writing is just so taut and tight and just, it's, to see, I mean, you wonder if, as a white person, you wonder if there was a cast of white people, would the same feelings be coming out? Would this officer treat a white person different? It's all these questions that this brings out. And it's very interesting to play that, like how would I, as an officer, treat a white person? Is it because that the color of skin? I think that's what France's point is, with the officer coming in. It's that the fact that these are two Black people and he's coming in to what? Intimidate, to interrogate. Was there really an issue? Is he just feeling like being just a ball buster, So it's been very interesting to play, but as a white person, it gets very difficult to think of this because, I feel like he's the bad guy. So it's it's hard to even describe it. But the writing is just so strong that I don't know. It's just, it's
Thank
very
you,
interesting.
Matt.
But as far as Zoom, I hope, like Cecil does, I hope it does, expand in ways. I mean, I joked when we first logged on this, too bad we couldn't synchronize our backgrounds. And I'm sure maybe we'll find ways to come to that too. I think this is something that's going to be here for a long time. And I think it's something that we're going to adapt to. And I think it's something that's going to be really entertaining. I work for a school right now that we work with actors, and they're going to have a full season of plays online. So it'd be really interesting what they come up with. They're going to have a musical. They're going to have, a couple of huge casts. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they come up with. And I think, using this challenge as like a creative outlet would be something I think it's going to be very exciting to keep an eye on.
It's so funny. I was terrified of this whole Zoom thing. Like France-Luce knows. I was like, wait, what? Wait. And I've been really sick for the last 2 months. So I've been off the grid. I haven't known what's going on. I've heard about these things, but I haven't seen them. So I was like, where am I supposed to be looking and what's going on? And then I called a friend last night and I told her I was really, really nervous because I didn't know what to expect. And I think the gift that I've found in this one go around is the listening. It's such a heightened awareness of listening that I think is somehow in actual real theater. Sometimes you're so caught up in the doing and stuff that people don't always listen. But with this, you're sort of forced to really hear and be present in that. I think that's a tremendous gift. I think for working with actors and Sometimes I do individual coaching. I think this is a really great medium to do that, because they are really forced to listen to what is being said and responding to it in a very organic way. There was like some shit that was happening. I was like, that's not what I was supposed to say. But Cecil went right along with me, and I was just like, it was great. And then I couldn't see him. That was the thing either. Like, I can't see his eyes. Everything is by his voice. Yeah, this was all right. Now we about to do something. All right, make it happen.
You know, I love what Cecil said. Made me think about, when you're talking about your students, it made me think about vulnerability. And, you know, I imagine teaching students in their home allows them to be vulnerable in a way that is difficult, especially with younger actors when they're on stage and got people looking at them and their egos. But then it also makes me think of doing these, how much more vulnerable we are. You know, seeing the actors nervous about the technology or forgetting to unmute, and just what that brings to the experience of performing with that vulnerability. And, you know, that's so much of what this play was about for me. You know, in New York, I feel like it's just a part of life to be hit on the train. And it's usually just, you know, annoying. Ameira, when Demetrius first approaches her, it's just annoying. And what I was interested in is how quickly something like an officer approaching him exposes his vulnerability. And that's always what I think about, you know, when I'm out walking down the street in my car and I see an officer anywhere near a person of color, they suddenly become vulnerable. I immediately see every molecule of their humanity, because I don't know what's going to happen, you know? Right. So that's what I was thinking about when I wrote the piece, and what I wanted to explore is just how vulnerable we are in these situations. So it's a little after 6. And I don't want to keep everyone here too long. So I want to thank the actors again for jumping in. Suzette, Matt, Cecil, you're wonderful. And thank you all for joining us. And I do have a little announcement. Thank you. For those of you who have been attending weekly, I so appreciate you. We are going to take a little hiatus. Saturday Matinees is going to go on a hiatus for the month of July, so that I can take care of some things. We'll be back in August, and the Fountain Theater will be doing other things in that time. There's theater talk on Thursdays with Stephen Sachs, and we might have some other surprises for you, but I'll be back in August. And can't wait to see you all then. And I also can't wait to see you all at the Fountain in person when that day comes. My email is in my box, franceluce@fountaintheater.com. If you have any questions or want to get in touch with me, you can reach me there. And there is a link in the chat if you would like to donate to the Fountain. We would so appreciate your support during this time. Particularly those who've been attending, and if you've appreciated what we've been offering you in these last few months. So thank you all. If you want to give our actors one more round of applause and unmute, or just say goodbye. It's been wonderful connecting with you in this way, and I'll see you in August.
Bravo.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Let's go, Susie. Let's go.
Everybody.
Hey, thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. A good month to everybody. Bye.
Yes.
Same to you. Thank you. Be safe.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you.
Wear your masks.
Thanks,
Yes.
Franco. Thanks, Stephen.
Respect. Yes.
Okay, can I